Check, check, check.
Check, check, check.
What is up? I'm live on YouTube and I'm live in Discord. Going over tonight's Lions Ravens game. May possibly have some Discord members pop in the background. See what we can come up with. Got a pick for Lions to cover the first half spread. It was minus 120 over on FanDuel. It was for them to cover at a plus 3.5. So we will see what happens with that pick. Let's see. Let's see. Actually, they got the. Huh. Oh, wait. Hold on. They got the under. Excuse me. Minus for the under. I guess 150. No, 102. But that's 26. So 26.5 for the under. Okay. So 27.5 minus 125. That actually looks like a smart move. It's the value for the plus 120. Okay. They're projecting it to hit 27, possibly 27, but not hit 28. Okay, minus 125 FanDuel. Sounds like the best spot for the first half total under 27.5 on the road for the season, first game in the year. Lions went under on the 7th of this month, 17-3. Last 10 games, they actually went over 7 times on the road, which includes this year. But prior to, they only hit 2 to the under on the road. Baltimore at home, cover machines on the under. So, yeah, I can see why the minus 125. So, I'm going to add that as more than likely a possible take for a bet. Probably put to basically get back $10+ probably $6 and some change, I guess, because it's minus 125. So that's that pick already, because I was mulling over that earlier this morning when I looked at it. Now, okay. So currently the books have the 4.5 at equal footing because it's minus 101 on ProfitX. But the EV, expected value, is on Detroit to cover at basically at a 1% EV plus 101 on ProfitX. So what would be the actual line? Because I don't have ProfitX. It would be, hold on, can I even, I thought I could, yeah, there we go. Let me remove price because I don't have any of this stuff. Or ProfitX, Novig, Fliv. I think I could get Novig. No. These are the ones that I can use. These are all the ones that I can use. I think I can get either Fliv or Novig or both, but let me look at that at another time. Let's actually look at the actual. Alright. So minus 102 on FanDuel for Detroit to cover the plus 4.5. Baltimore to cover the minus 4.5 at a minus 110 on BetMGM. Is that the only? Let me see. Again, the best value is BetMGM, Bet365. DraftKings is minus 115 for Bmore, Detroit to cover. Best value, again, minus 102 or 104, 105, 105. So yeah, this might be another play. Like I said, I have Detroit covering the first half spread at plus 3.5. Yeah, minus 120. So Baltimore's the line moved up. It was a plus 100 when it was sitting where Detroit was sitting at minus 120. Baltimore was a plus 100, now it dipped up to plus 105. So this is kind of telling me that Detroit has a more of a possibility to cover the first half 3 and the plus 3.5 versus the plus 105. That's the better value for sure. Plus 105s I do chase a lot more so in college. So yeah. But for Detroit, pretty much last 10, which includes them on the year, they're actually 1-1 on the season, but the last 10 they covered at a 60%, 6-4. Baltimore covered at a 70% last 10, which includes this year. They're actually 2-0 on the season, covering the minus 3.5, covering the number. But they covered it more, even more last year. Now, Detroit on the road, they covered at a 67% hit rate, while Baltimore at home, same thing, 70%, 7-3. So there's that. Actually, Detroit covered 70%. So I might consider looking at Detroit in their next game to possibly, at least their next home game, possibly cover a 3.5 or something, since they covered most of the season last year at home. That's a future look, basically. So yeah. Let me see. 70%. Okay, all right, there we go. Last year, here we go. Detroit covered 75%. So definitely much more above on the road. While Baltimore at home, 67%. There we go. There's the actual read. So, yeah. All right, bet. What did Baltimore do on the road last year? 50%. Detroit was covering. So, yeah, you were cashing for Detroit more than Baltimore on the road, as well as you were cashing. You technically were cashing both. I think you were covering a little bit more, yeah, because they went on per the number, they went on a 5-game stretch. So, you would have This is what you want to look for this year too. Just naming the name, Kansas City Chiefs, putting it out there. Look to possibly fade them on the first half spreads over the course of the next 3-4 weeks. Just putting it out there. I think that's it. Team total points. Let me see. I didn't look at. They got them hitting 30 tonight, minus 118. So this is the obvious look here. It's seeming like it's more than likely going to be the push. You could fade them to not hit the 31. Like they only land on 30. They don't get 31, but there's just depends because it's a minus 120. Me, if I'm chasing, like I just mentioned, plus 105. They were technically hitting that at a 60% in the last 10 games. On the season, though, last year, 47% on scoring 31 points. They had a 4-game stretch, they basically in December walking into the new year where they scored 31 points or higher. But they weren't consistent with it, though. They had like back-to-back, then fell off, then won back-to-back. So, yeah. Detroit. What's their line? Plus 102 is their best value for 25. They covered 70% last 10, which includes this year. They're 1-1 on the season. They scored 52 points last game, which possibly means that they may still get the 25, but they're definitely not scoring 52 points. That's what it's just. That's sports in general. That's like a thing. On the year, they were definitely cashing. Man. I wish I had been paying attention to this one more. I saw it, but I wish I was paying attention to it more. 72%. Again, on the year so far, they're 1-1. Let's see. Their offense is better than the Ravens' defense. I think I heard that some of the Ravens' defense are out. Defenders that can stop rushing and maybe passing. So, of course, Ravens are better at rushing, but Detroit's better at passing. And that's the reason why I took them at the first half spread. Just believing that the first half will be close and then everything will rev up in the second half. That's what I'm believing to be the case. We shall see. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't think I can. Can I? YouTube, I'm gonna go blind for a brief moment, but I'm still in the background. I need to see if I can do this here. I think I can. Don't know why. This, don't know why, let's see. Let's test the chat. Okay, we're good. We're good. All right, bet. Okay. So if I had a choice, the obvious choice would be Ravens to get 30 points. Let me see what okay. They have Detroit scoring 3 points, 3 touchdowns tonight. Whoa, hold on. Okay, and then they have Baltimore. Actually, they have Baltimore going under 4. They scored 4 touchdowns in the first 2. They scored 5 touchdowns in the first 2 games. Man, I wonder how much. Let me see. How much is 5? It's not giving me. Damn. Well, maybe they don't have. I guess they don't have that. That. All right. All right. Oh shoot, they got Russian. Bet ESPN bet. Huh. Okay, they have. Interesting. They have. Yo, Mo, what's going on, dude? Hope you're doing well today. What's going on? How are you? Okay, they have. Interesting. They have. Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me? Oh, here we go. Sorry. Can you hear me? Okay, cool. I forgot I muted my mic. Going all right. How about yourself? Here we go. Sorry. Can you hear me? Okay, cool. I forgot I muted my mic. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Going all right. How about yourself? Mm-hmm.
Still interested in the 1K account of Play Profit?
Uh-huh.
Are you still interested in getting Play Profit 1K account?
Mm, not currently, no. I'm just gonna wait probably till maybe next month or something.
Okay. No, sir, if you want, like I can give you a little bit. You can say like a cheat code. Like I found like a whole type of thing in the system. So
Mm-hmm.
if you want a 1K account, you can get for $15 instead of $30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I signed up again because then messed up my whole big thing. So
Mm-hmm.
I my that 1K gone. So then I got another one, and same thing. I also got you also
Mm-hmm.
another 1K account for $15. So I was thinking that I'm gonna tell you if you're still interested. I can tell you. It's up to you. Whatever you think. I think that's still gonna work. So
Yeah.
if you ever want to do it, it's for 50. It's going to be $15. So
Okay.
what you need to do is when you go on the Clear Profit and when you select 1K account and when you put your details, if you never made an account, that's fine. But if you ever made an account before using the whatever email, use any other email. Just type your email and type the code welcome.
Okay.
So once you type the code welcome and you click on like apply something,
Mm-hmm.
then it will do a 50% off, and then simply you just remove your email. Don't do anything. Just remove your email and use your main email what you want, and then
Mm-hmm.
just pay it, and then it will not charge you $15, and that way you can have a 1K account for $15. So if you want, you can get $30. You can get to 1K account.
Okay.
So that's what I did yesterday, and I found out. So I told me, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So instead of $30 one account, you can have actually $30. You have 2 accounts
Mm-hmm.
if you want. But yeah, but if you want to spend $15, you can get a 1K account.
Okay. Nice. I'll have to consider that for sure. So I pretty much went over for the Lions game, Ravens game. I pretty much went over at least team prop. Um, my my main pick half spread for Detroit to cover the first half spread at a plus 3.5. It's a minus 120 over on FanDuel.
Okay.
Earlier in the day, Baltimore was sitting at a plus 100 on FanDuel to cover the minus 3.5, but it actually dipped up to plus 105. So it's kind of making me feel a bit even more better about my pick here. Due to Baltimore now sitting at a plus 105 on BetMGM. So at least for my main pick, I feel good about that one. It's like the only pick that I have for the game currently. The other look that I have is for the first half total to go under 27.5. This is another FanDuel line. It's a minus 125. So the I feel like it can cash. One of the main reasons is because one, Baltimore at home, more specifically, the last 10 games they covered this under at a 90% hit rate, 9 and 10. Last year they hit it at an 89%, still technically still, basically like 8, 9 and whatever. Detroit on the road though, they only covered 25%, but the last 10 on the road they covered at a 33%. So with that, Detroit on the road against Green Bay this year on the 7th of September, they only scored 3 points. Green Bay scored 17 and it went under. So I'm definitely still feeling good about this pick. I feel like it can still cash for the under. So I at least queued it up as a specific spot for me. Probably more than likely going to take it. Just throw $6 and some change to get back $10 or whatever, 10 and some change. So I think I'm gonna end up pushing for that one as my next pick. But I just needed to look around and see what else I could possibly find. I did look at the total points for both teams. The best pick, more specifically, would be the Ravens for 30 points. It's 29.5.
Yeah, Lando did his thing. I haven't got the chance to watch the video, but I came home and from work and I didn't get chance. I will look for that one maybe close to around 7:30. But I think he did pick the Baltimore overall going over 30, and also he picked Detroit over 23
Okay.
points. But
Yeah.
he did.
So yeah. So basically the line is minus 118 for them to go, for the Baltimore to score to 30, while the line for it to go under is plus 110. The more trickier one would be Detroit. You said at the time Lando had a 23.5. This is still the case where more than likely they could get the 24 points. It's a minus 125 on DraftKings. The second best bet for them to basically score an extra point is a plus 102 on DraftKings, same spot for 24.5. The only question is basically are both teams going to score that specific number that is sitting in front of our faces? Is it going to go over the actual total, which is what, 54.5? This is yes.
The thing is the way yesterday went for all the games, even Lando video, like he was pissed and he was sad on side, but lots of picks didn't work out. There were lots of pick six, and then Dallas, and then Atlanta. Both teams they lost big. Green Bay lost. So obviously, he wants this game has to be same as Buffalo one. The shootout testing. That's the ideal thing, and I think it will. After 50-50 in this one, I think it will be, but you never know how Baltimore how Detroit will respond.
Mm-hmm.
So if they go far, then we might see a same as Buffalo versus Baltimore type of thing. But again, you never know because it's going to be second game of golf as of the road. Because the first game they blew up against Green Bay,
Right.
and Green Bay lost against Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
But they played good at home, Detroit. But I don't know how they're gonna perform today.
Right. 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 That is at the end of the day, that's the question. How is this game going to even go? That's why I feel like more so like at least like the first half, I guess, more so like fading certain spots, certain spreads, you know, because I kind of feel like the second half is when things are going to pick up. That's what I kind of feel is going to happen, personally. But at the end of the day, we'll see. I mean, I know I'm not going to be awake. I'll probably be able to watch maybe the first quarter and a half, and then because by the time halftime hits, it's going to be like closer to 9:30, and that's I mean, pretty much I'm more than likely going to be asleep. So, so yeah, I'm just kind of curious. That's why I was just like when I was looking at it earlier, I was like, oh, well, maybe the first half it's not like nothing really major occurs, and then the second half that's when it decides it wants to actually pick up. Let's see. So I'm looking at I'm trying to see because I possibly looking at David Montgomery here. He so you have like I'm showing Prop Finder on your end, but I'm also looking up his some extra info on Outlier, trying to gauge if I want to take him for maybe rushing yards tonight or receiving. Now his receiving last season, he was pretty much crushing. His line is 11.5 just for him to get 12 yards. It's a minus 114 on DraftKings, but it's actually a minus 105 on BetMGM. They're I guess the books are kind of believing that he may not get this 12 yards tonight. But Baltimore's defense, when it's pertaining to the running backs, let me see. Give me 1 second. Receiving yards. Where is it at? That's receptions. I need receiving yard. There we go. So Baltimore, they went 2-2 at shutting down a running back from getting their receiving yards last year. And technically this year. So they're actually what? No, this is this year. I apologize. This is this year. So they're 2-2 for the season.
And also suggesting he's also going on Jared Goff passing under.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's doing some things. I think he's also going for under for his passing yard.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. What do they have him? That's the touchdown. They have him hitting 260, 259 and a half. So it's almost even as far as the line. It's minus 111 on DraftKings, but then it's minus 113 on DraftKings.
The data that he was showing in his quick thing, is like, okay, he go like one game was over, then under, then over, then under.
Right,
Last
right.
game was over, so he's thinking it's going to be under. So,
Yeah, he's pretty much talking about the trend, which I would agree that you even just the last 5, yeah. Actually, I can pull it. Okay. Hold on. Sorry. Yeah, last 5. He's definitely on a bit of a trend. He went under in the beginning of the season, then he went over. So he hit 334 last week. I personally would concur. I don't think he would, but I don't know. I kind of think he could possibly still hit the 260, but he wouldn't hit 300. That's what I'm thinking. Like, he just may barely get the 260, maybe 270. That's what I'm thinking personally. But not 300, not tonight. And I can even break this down a little bit more to say, okay, what has he done in his last, say, 5 road games? And we're looking at the data. He is, so Indiana, November 24th, he hit the mark. He hit the mark at Chicago, 336. He hit the mark at San Fran on December 30th. That's 1, 2, 3. So he's actually 3-1 in his last 4 away starts of going over the 260. So it's basically a 50-50 chance of him either going under 260 or going over 260. All due because, one, yes, he's possibly on the trend of the last 5 games where it's probably more than likely he's going to not get the 300 and he may not get the 260, but due to what he's done on the road the last 4 games, he's, like I said, he's technically 3-1 on the road the last 4. So that's still, so it's really whatever decision that you decide to make. It's to basically say that it's either the trend is gonna work against Goff or he's gonna break the trend tonight. So we'll see. Like I said, I kind of feel like he'll break the trend, but it won't be like I said, I don't think he'll hit 300 yards passing though. But we'll see, because there are a couple of Ravens defenders that are not playing, that their key players are not playing tonight. So who knows? He might still hit 300. He might hit 280, 290. Just depends on how the game is going to flow from start to finish. For Lamar and his passing yards, so they have him at 233.5 on FanDuel. This is -1, so it's an even -112 for either the over the under. So, now the last 10, he's only averaging 215.9. He hasn't for the season. He's 0-2. He hasn't hit 234 at all on the year. Let me look at Outlier and see if I can pull it up on your end too. Let me see if Outlier has any info as far as Detroit's defense, because again, as you see, he's only hit. Now more interesting enough though. So Outlier has him getting 250 at a +128. So they're believing that he's going to go out here and just be putting up passing yards tonight. So that's a different take. But technically his actual line is it's 230, 232, 233, whichever, in between there. Down here, so Detroit on the year, they've technically shut down back-to-back quarterbacks. So none of the quarterbacks have hit. Well, no. Wait. So actually it's 1-1. Actually, now I'm looking at it. So Love. No, I apologize. I'm confusing myself. So Love had the same technically around the same line that Jackson has tonight. It was 234 for his. He only got 188 at at home, and then Detroit at home when they face off against Williams on the 14th. His line was 216, well 215 and a half. He only got 207. So the question then becomes: are they, is the Ravens defense going to shut down Goff from getting? Are the Lions defense going to shut down Jackson from getting even say 234 around the number for the third straight week in a row? That's the kind of curious about that. Yeah, because he hasn't hit 230. He hasn't even hit 230 yet on the year. That's the other thing. I'm kind of thinking I may fade Lamar Jackson on his passing tonight. Just take that bet. 233 and a half under, -112. Kind of curious. I'll cue it. Yeah, I might consider that. Hold on, let me look at it's 234. Yeah, he hasn't even done that all for real. Yeah, so earlier last year he was 2, 4, 6, 8. So what is that? 4, 5, 6, 7. Out of 9 games, he was 7-2 from September 15th to November 17th of last year. He went over, but then after that, that's when he started to dip down, and he wasn't getting 234. Not that much. The rest of the way, he only did it 3 times, so. Okay, and like I said, he's 0-2 currently, so. And that's both games both games. One on the road, one at home. Yeah, so he did a little better against Cleveland. I'm kind of curious about Cleveland because Cleveland shut down Green Bay, and I was just like, wow, like I wasn't expecting Green Bay to not score. To be shut down. I think it was like, they didn't even get a touchdown in the first half on Sunday.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
Yeah, and I didn't expect the Falcons. I was talking to one of my buddies at my job today. I was like, I didn't even expect the Falcons to get shut out the way that they did against Carolina. That was definitely unexpected as well. Oh yeah, Zay Flowers, because I know for sure there were a lot of people targeting Flowers for his receiving yards, touchdown. What's his touchdown? His touchdown's plus 110.
I think he might be under.
Think it's gonna be under?
Because the last 2 games, I believe he did not hit like the batsman
Mhm.
or Rashad. I think he did not hit him big, and then there's another one.
Mhm.
This one was okay, but nothing else.
Yeah.
So probably he might use other guys today.
Okay.
But again, like for the last week, there was no TD by Henry. It was from Lamar and then other guys, but no Henry. So
Mhm.
and he's already minus something.
Mhm.
So
Mm-hmm.
Probably I'll pick him as maybe first half.
Okay.
Let's see first half touchdown because I know Leonard has so many things. I have to watch his video also, and then I'll probably make some my own manual touchdown scenario,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe a couple of picks, and then I'll just do the live bets.
Yeah.
Mostly I'll go for that touchdown thing.
Okay.
Hopefully I'll get something big. So last night, Giants and this one.
Hmm.
The problem is for me. Uh,
Wonders.
from wherever I see the stream is always like 50 to 1 minute late compared to you like FanDuel thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still trying to figure out like from where I can watch game. So then the difference between watching game and FanDuel is very less because by the time I see because usually when I see them under 20 yards and then I just pick 5 6 people and then I just put bet in there. But the problem is by the time I wait until I see it, most
Mm-hmm.
of the time FanDuel already lock the whole thing, so I can't do anything. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you have any website or any place where I can watch a game which has like less delay time compared to the watching game and FanDuel things that I can have more chances of putting bet on it.
Yeah.
The good thing about this one is there's no ads on this one.
Yeah.
Where I usually go and watch the game is it's a free website, it's VND box. I believe I just have to go to Google, whatever the first link comes, I open it. There's a bunch of ads open. I just close the ad, but I have all the games just there, so I just watch from there.
Mm-hmm.
But I was thinking maybe there's some other place where I can watch the game, so it has like a very less time. So then because it there's a other delay, and most of the time yesterday I like for example for Giants game, the first one that I really missed out was when this guy Michigan guy.
Mm-hmm.
He was plus 3,500 or something for the touchdown.
Yeah.
And then he did touchdown. And then the second guy was Tyron from KC, Tyron or Tycon something.
Mm-hmm.
That was plus something too. And I had that one I already picked 5 drive.
It's gonna give
I was just waiting
25.
for them to go close to 20 yards.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna put 10 cents off on it. And it was, I'm pretty sure it was at least for $10 you will get 250 or 300 something.
Mm-hmm.
But again, by time I realized, hey, okay, they're closed now. And as soon as about to put money in, they close the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why now it's really hitting me because I'm looking for something where I can just watch very less delay, then I have more chances to throw the pick in.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah. It's kind of hard trying to really watch the game while you're watching the sports book that you're you know what I mean you're paying attention to your pick. That's the only thing because of that delay. It's the only thing. It's like, man, like there wasn't a delay and then it kind of was like around the same time when something is happening, you know, then you would kind of it would be a bit more beneficial. That way you can be like, oh, if you're seeing something, you're like, oh, let me hurry up and go into the sports book and put this pick in, this extra pick, or you know what I mean, like doing like a first half spread or something, you know, while the game is going, or oh, you know what, like maybe this player might get a touchdown and they're like a plus 500 when they're normally like a plus 200. That may mean that they actually may get it, type of thing. But you can't. It just sucks that you're like chasing the time, the individual times between the splits between the games and the sports books. Are just like, man, when you're trying to watch the game versus while watching the sports book that you're following, it's just like, man, that's the only thing. Oh, there you go. So, Jahmyr Gibbs, possibly thinking about taking him for 25 receiving yards tonight. He's technically cashed several games out of the last 10. He's 1-1 on getting 25 receiving yards. Like I mentioned, some of Baltimore's defenders are down. So, this may be a beneficial spot for him to possibly get targeted. He's a minus 127 on DraftKings. And once again, Baltimore, even on the year, they're 2-2 as far as stopping even a running back from getting said yards, receiving yards on the season. So I'm just like, even like, let me see. So they're actually 1-1 at home, but 2-2 in general. But they're, like I said, they're 1-1 at home when shutting down a running back from getting their projected receiving yards. So now I will say they're actually 2-0 to stopping a running back from getting the specific line that Gibbs is at, where his line is 25. Jerome Ford on the 14th got 23. That was the highest one. Sampson last week only had 13, and he went under his line, which was 15.5. So I may, because Gibbs is a minus 142 on DraftKings. On FanDuel, but on DraftKings he's a minus 127. So that's the better value. So I'm just like I'm kind of curious. I might take that. I might take this one. Oh, I hear some thundering going on outside.
Yeah, but it was here like, yeah, last night it was here and then probably there.
Mm-hmm. Because they,
Yeah, because their Pennsylvania is very close by here.
yeah, because we over here we haven't had any rain in a while, and it's supposed to be at least a little bit of thundering. I guess like maybe possibly tonight. But then just like rain. No, I don't think any like thundering or anything like that, but thunder and lightning, but more just rain over the course of the next 48 hours from what I saw on the weather app. And just in general, because we haven't, like I said, we haven't had rain here in like well over a month, if I remember correctly. So I'm just like kind of curious. Um, um, so we do have a couple of long shot touchdown players tonight. So Tylan Wallace for the Ravens. He's a plus 900. Devontae Walker is a plus 1,000. Brock Wright is a plus 1,200. Khalif Raymond is a plus 800. So just those four, there's a potential that they could get, say, a touchdown. They can get targeted a lot. Because you were here, Q, during the Miami stream, and I had mentioned two of the players that actually got touchdowns. One of them was a plus 600, and the other one was a plus, I think they were a plus 1,300. I had mentioned, like, yeah, these two, because the value is so high, there's a chance that they possibly could go out here and get a touchdown. I mentioned both those names. I didn't put them down on the ticket, and they actually went out there and scored for both teams that night. So that's why I'm always, like, looking, like, considering. Because I kind of treat it just how I treat it with my MLB stuff when I'm looking at batters who have high lines for home runs. I'm like, okay, well, maybe due to the data, they may not get the home run, but they'll maybe get, 4 HRRs, 5 HRRs tonight at probably around the same line percentage or higher. So, and that's the thing. I haven't even put a bet in for MLB at all tonight. There's only 3 games. I'm considering just not betting at all. I haven't really looked at too much of anything for the MLB tonight. I'm probably just gonna wait till tomorrow because of Dinger Tuesday. See if anything will pop for tomorrow. So let me look at Laporta here. So Laporta, he's sitting at a line is technically my favorite number. It's 46. That's my favorite number. That's why it's a part of my name. So his line for 46 receiving yards is a minus 113 for the over, and then for the under is a minus 111. It looks like the books are basically saying that he possibly should get 47. It's a minus 110. For him to go under that, it's a minus 118. And then it's at an even spot of a minus 112 for 47 and a half on FanDuel for either choice. So I'm thinking he might get the 46. He's 1-1 on the season. He went over the mark at Green Bay on the 7th, but then he only had 26 last week on the 14th against Chicago at home. So he's technically 1-0 on the road on the year. On the road in general, the last 10 games, he's 0-2, 1-2. So he's 2-2 on the road the last 4 road games of going over, of getting 46 or more receiving yards in general. So I'm kind of questioning, is he going to get, let me see. Is he going to get this 46? Let me look on.
The whole day this guy was going crazy, putting bets left and right.
Yeah, nice.
Maybe he's not taking a break.
Yeah, nice.
Maybe from the night, since he got I gave him the 1K count, the the trick.
Mm.
He was going crazy from last night too.
I believe it.
So I
Right.
don't know where he's right now.
Definitely hope he's doing well today. That's for sure.
Yeah, but I looked at it. I don't know because he went so crazy on the
Mm.
whole day. He was putting bets, DraftKings and player profit. So I don't know how well he did in the player profit challenge
Mm.
because he just started the game phase one. So I only did one bet last night because he was telling me about this one guy, and then I did the chat GPT, and I was looking, and then I told him, no, no, don't take this guy,
Mm.
take the other guy. It was plus 140,
Mm.
and I did that one. I just put $10, and I think he put $50 on that one.
Nice.
And that guy in the morning time, because the game was 5:30 in the morning. When I woke up, I was getting ready for work, so by the time I get to work, this guy won it. Yeah, so I got my first winning, a new challenge, and then he got it. But then I keep looking at his stuff, and this guy's going crazy, like he's putting left and right. I said, okay, okay. I don't have
Mhm.
time for this thing, but okay,
Mm.
let's see how well he does. But I thought he's gonna come here, but I guess like he's probably maybe taking a break now,
Yeah.
or maybe he's active in the thing.
Yeah. Why not? Take a break. He deserves it, right? I think just had an idea to say kind of screw it. I have a maybe FanDuel will let me do this parlay here per the two prop picks that I just talked about. I'm gonna log into FanDuel, see if this works. Because technically I could technically do all three bets single bets, which I might end up doing. Because like I said, I mentioned the first half total under. So I'm on FanDuel now. First half. So, first half total. So 27.5 is minus 125 on FanDuel. It's a plus 105 for it to go over. And then let me see if I can add these two props. Again, Gibbs to get 24. I guess receiving right. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to do an alt line then, because they have Gibbs getting 28 at a minus 112, but it's at an even spot. So Gibbs just for the 25 is a minus 120, minus 142. So I got that locked in. So that just those two alone, that's a plus 189. And then the other one was Laporta, same thing, receiving. Where's Laporta? Here we go. Receiving for 46. So since I can't do the 46, I don't see it anywhere else. It's not letting me do any other type of alt thing. I'll just take Laporta for say 40. It's a minus 174. Just those three parlayed together, it's a plus 366. I'll take it. I'll do it. I'll put let me see. Yeah. Let's see if this cashes. I'll take it. Like I said, I might go back in and probably more than likely take the under at a straight bet, which again it's on FanDuel as well. But I'm gonna share this pick in the Discord now. That way that's placed. See if this will cash tonight. Okay. Pick is shared.
Vortex.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna be out. I need to cook something before the game starts. So I
Sure.
only have 1 hour. I'm gonna cook something, and yeah, but I'll keep an eye on the thing, and then maybe if you're up by at least first quarter, then if you're still in the stream, are you going to do the streaming through for the first quarter? Or no?
It depends. Like I'm up right now, but it just depends on if I'm gonna be up around like, well, I guess it comes on what 8, is it 8 o'clock, 8:30? Let me see.
8:50 to 8:20.
I can
Yes, 8:50.
yeah, I think I can at least do the first quarter. We'll see. Yeah. So yeah, I'll just be here for probably another maybe another 10 or 15 minutes, and then I'll cut, and then
Okay.
I'll probably even set my alarm for around that time, if I just in case I fall asleep. We'll see. But all right, dude, I'll talk to you. And like I said, if I am up, I'll stream. I'll stream the first quarter in the Discord for sure.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, give me a quick time to just cook something
Yeah.
for my dinner and for my tomorrow stuff, for my tomorrow lunch at work.
Sure.
All right, man.
All right, dude.
Yep. Catch
Yep.
you later.
Yep. Peace.
Take care.
See, let me. Oops. What the? I did not mean to do that at all. I don't know why that. What in the? This is new. This is weird. This is strange. What happened? Y'all not seeing this on YouTube, but this is strange. I don't know what just happened. This is weird. Why I disconnected? The tab like disconnected off of. And I don't know why I did that. And I don't know how to get it back on there. Strange. Weird even. I really don't know what just happened. Let me, that was weird. I gotta re-pull up Discord. That was strange. Like, uberly strange. I don't know why that did that. That was weird. Okay. I don't really see much of anything else. So I'm just gonna go on ahead and more than likely take that first half under. It was a minus 125. That sounds like a best bet. For real, just being honest. For the first half, under. Again, this is 27.5. Yeah. Because again, the over is a plus 110. So I'm gonna take the under and see what happens. Straight bet, FanDuel. Like I said, hope for the best tonight. But that's the pick. That's pretty much those few picks that I looked at. Hope for the best. We'll see what happens. But probably look to stream at least MLB stuff tomorrow with the thing or two. Is more than likely. I think there's like 15 games tomorrow. We'll see what happens. But with that, I'm out. I will holler at y'all next time. Stay safe. Stay humble. Peace.